Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tirra-Omilade, your Goddess Guru. And you all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using ancient wisdom so that they confidently and courageously live the amazing lives they know they deserve. And so today what I want to do is talk to you about an approach to living. Now, I'm clear that there are a lot of people going through different things, like what I might be stressed out about right now. The stress may be different for someone else. The example I said I wanted to give is I have a young lady in my life who just recently gave birth for the first time. She's in her 20s to a baby born maybe 5 weeks early, 6 weeks early. And, he started his life in the NICU. She doesn't have a lot of support. And so what she's stressing over is probably different than maybe what everybody else is. But make no mistake about it, we're all feeling the stress, even though it may be in different ways, okay? And so my goal today is to impart with you what I perceive as one of the best ways that I have developed for dealing with high times of stress, and that is through understanding the oracles. I have been using oracles since 2001 to help me better understand what's going on, because oftentimes in our limited mind, especially in this day and age, when I say limited mind, I just mean our human experience. We have so much information coming in that it's hard to really see things for what they are. And that's what the oracles do for me. One of my favorite oracles is astrology. I love using astrology to help myself and the people who work with me understand what cycle they're in. And so when you understand what cycle you're in, then you're not real surprised by what you see. You may not be happy about it. You might have to fix your mind, but you're not super surprised. And so this year, I started studying astrology in 2017. I was so distraught after the U.S. elections, and I needed answers, and the best answers for me came from astrology. And so since 2017, my teachers have been talking about 2020 and how hard 2020 was going to be. So for a lot of us, we're not surprised by what we see in 2020. And it hurts me to hear people saying, oh my God, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. What's going on? Who pissed off? I remember I saw a video, some guy was like, who pissed off 2020? Like, who did this, right? And so what I have known was that all of 2020 was going to be pretty rough. And this was the last little part of 2020 that we have to get through, because Mars is retrograde. And when Mars is retrograde, because it rules so much of our lives, our day-to-day routines, the world in general, we feel this. Mercury's going to go retrograde too. And there's been a lot of planets that have been retrograde, which means their energy is introverted. It's called for us to really do a lot of inner work. And so what I want you to know today is everything has a purpose. This is, to me, the goddess way. Understanding the cycles and understanding the purpose of the cycles. Everything has a purpose. 2020, astrologically speaking, has been a year of endings and beginnings. It has been a year of resets. And it's all about planets that don't typically meet. They meet for the first time in like 40 years, or the first time, in 10 years, 12 years. And so in order for them to meet, because astrology goes around a circle, and the circle is definitely feminine because we work with the spiral in the goddess tradition. It goes around a circle. And so once it's just like your birthday. Every year you renew, you celebrate your life. Those of us who understand the solar return, you understand your sun gets a renewal every year by the sun that's in the sky. That's your birthday. And so a lot of times when we get closer to our birthday, we actually might feel a little depressed. That's because the energy of our personal sun needs a renewal, right? And so things might feel like they're going in disarray. I see it so often right before people's birthdays. They're like, oh my gosh, Tirra-Omilade, I feel sad. And I'm like, don't worry about it. When your birthday comes, you will feel better. And so this is where we are right now, fam. We are in a situation where there's been a lot of endings, and these endings are happening in a way that has to do with disintegration, things coming apart. And it's not just, and one of the reasons I mentioned how everybody's feeling it differently, it's not just one place. Those of us, if you're watching this, which the majority of y'all probably are from the United States, it seems like it's just us. But let me assure you, it is the entire world on a reset. And so if you can enter into this time with a purpose, there's a saying that says, what we resist persists. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to persist. I want to encourage you, don't resist. Let me say it that way. Don't resist, persist in understanding that the best thing we can do is to lean into the meaning and to choose our actions and to take control over what we actually do have control over. Because I have said this for years, for anybody who has kept up with my videos on YouTube. I truly believe that there is something in the system that is set up to keep us very distracted from our destinies. And it makes us feel powerless to the point where we don't do anything. And so the best thing you can do is just, at the very least, say, I'm going to intentionally do this thing that is for my betterment. Maybe it's go take a walk. I'm not asking you to do anything grand and major. It just may be that you go do something that you know you need to do for yourself. That is radical. That is revolutionary in these days. So please understand, we are in a time where you cannot stay set where you are. One of the Odu that spoke this year, Osa, says that you cannot remain fixed in this situation. In the energy of where you are right now, you can't remain fixed. You've got to understand, you've got to move, you've got to go, okay? And so the best way to do it is to just take control over what you have in your life, to accept we have, I'm telling everybody, definitely we'll start feeling better around November the 15th, but it's mid-December when things will change. And I'm asking the goddesses in particular out there to channel your energy for the positive. I know women are designed to want safety. And so what we have to do, there's this goddess that I love working with. Her name is Oya. Oya is about change and transformation. And it's radical change and transformation. And so what I am asking you goddesses to do is to feel comfortable in the change and transformation, and to get yourself to a place where every day you can channel your gorgeous, beautiful, feminine ashe into the world. Because it's when we women just say, we're gonna heal, we're gonna do this, despite the world will get better. It's about energy, and that's just how it is. For the brothers who have decided to watch this video, I know I've pivoted and I'm just mainly focusing on the women, but for the brothers who are watching, first and foremost, thank you. And what we need from you all to do is to make sure every woman in your life, you elevate her and you ask her, baby, do you heal you and powerfully show up in the world? It's a principle that I learned from my godfather, which is, or my spiritual teacher, Babaji. He said, the men guard the door while the women make work the magic. And that's what we need the brothers to do, to show up for us. That's how we need you to show up for us, to please guard the door while we work the magic. I do want you all to know that I'm in the process of planning a time where the women will get together and we will heal. We will send healing energy to Brianna Taylor, her spirit, because you know what? She is depending on us to do this work for her. And we're not going to just be laying down, like, accepting what has been given. Now, I'm not saying what to do out in the streets. That's on you. I love the activists. Please let me know if you got an organization. I will donate to your organization. But what I will say is, me as a spiritual guide and teacher, this is what I'm best at. And so when I see there's no justice, it is time to send healing to that soul, so we can make sure she crosses over fully, which I know she is, but we just need to make sure we heal her spirit, because this is pulling on her spirit, and we are going to be sending her some healing energy, and I will be posting those details pretty soon. Again, my name is Tirra-Omilade, your goddess guru, and I appreciate you for taking time to watch this video. I hope that it has helped you to get some perspective. And yeah, y'all, we were born for such a time as this. So I'm going to need all the goddesses to show up and work that magic, baby. The world needs it, and your beautiful energy matters. All right, thank you so much. Love y'all. Peace.